Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Daily Fantasy Digest Podcast, the all-inclusive podcast where we talk all things fantasy sports to help give you an edge. Little late today on getting this breakdown out, but we are going to be breaking down the July 13th 11-game slate on a Saturday starting at 6:05. It's a main slate. Want to get this breakdown out to you guys really quick. So I'm recording this about 2:30 in the afternoon, so bear with me here. I want to get this out really quick, do a quick recap of yesterday. The Yankees did well for us, as well as the Brewers. Pitching was pretty well. Duffy might have struggled a little bit, but nevertheless, we had a great day. Cashed in all formats for me in the contest I was in, so I want to continue that over to today. Dinger call was a little short. Yankees didn't score as much as we thought, but the Brewers definitely held up their end. Christian Yelich had a triple, a couple hits. Judge even had a few. So I think it was definitely a well-off day. But I want to jump into today here. 6 pitchers above 10K. Really interested in top guy Charlie Morton here. Going up against Baltimore. Charlie Morton's just been incredible this whole season. 2.32 ERA with 142 Ks, 23 average points. Had 12 Ks and only 1 earned through 7 against Baltimore last time, and it was at home. His away numbers have just looked equally as incredible this entire season. So Charlie Morton's a top dog here. I have a feeling he's going to be chalky as ever. But nonetheless, I want to go some savings here on SP2 and go with Zach Davies. I think this is incredibly too low for a pitcher with a 3.07 ERA. The 63 Ks might scare some people off, but pitched a 16-point performance against Pittsburgh. He's only gone negative once this entire season, and he's been roughly in the 17 range for a lot, and even his home numbers just look way better. So I really want to tag Zach Davies here at 5.4K. It's pretty much minimum price for a pitcher who is very ground ball prone, which is what we want to see. He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts, but is okay because we're going to want to pay up for some high price bats today. Want to take you over to Coors here. I'm not a big fan of Coors, but I am going to take the side of Yasiel Puig, Nick Senzel. I want both of them in my lineups. I think that both of these guys are going to be incredibly popular. And I think that there's a lot of value here. Somebody like Jose Iglesias, who heats up, and going up against Kyle Freeland, who's gone negative in 4 out of the past 5 games performance-wise. I really want to, target that and put in Eugenio Suarez as well, if you can. Now, on the side of Texas, I really want to highlight Texas as my second favorite bat stack here. I think this is going to go a little bit overlooked, if I'm being honest, just because of the amount of lefty bats in here. But Elvis Andrus at 4.5K stands out, or 4.4K, with the amount of stolen bases that this guy steals. I think it's just so cheap for somebody of this caliber. So I really want to highlight Elvis Andrus, potentially Domingo Santana. But I like Delino DeShields today at 3.1K. And then, as always, I do want to take it all the way down to Jeff Mathis, who is in an incredible spot here, righty against the lefty and Wade Miley. Bring it back to get you 3.6K on the first base and second base position, which should not be hard at all. You can, get players like Paul Goldschmidt, who I think is in a great spot. Jake Bowers, lefty, going up against Odorizzi. I think this is a great spot for him. Jake Lamb as well. I think there's a lot of options here for the first and second base where you can get some really popular players here. But this is roughly what my lineup's going to look like come lock today. 3 hours left before lock, so I want to get this out to you guys as quick as possible. Charlie Morton and Zach Davies at pitcher, and then throwing it back with Texas at Globe Life with an over-under of 11, going up against Wade Miley, who's a lefty. The lefty numbers for Texas does not look good, but I think this is going to be a stack that is going to be overlooked. Delino DeShields and Elvis Andrus have incredible stolen base upside and have been hitting incredibly well lately. And Texas did take down Houston yesterday, going up against Jarrett Cole, hit 3 dingers off of him. So I think this is a great spot for them. And then Cincinnati, going back with Senzel, Puig, and Suarez. And my dinger of the day call is going to be Eugenio Suarez. I think he's in the most incredible spot out of all these players here. Love Suarez here. He went yard at Coors yesterday. I think he goes yard again today. Eugenio Suarez is going to be the thumbnail of this video. And want to make sure that everybody gets this information quick. So with that being said, hope you enjoyed this video. If you follow me on or subscribe to the channel, like and comment down below. Let me know what you think. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Head on over to Twitter. Follow the podcast at Fantasy Digest _. Check out the pinned tweet that is pinned to my pinned to the podcast profile. Yesterday we did launch the first ever free to enter Daily Fantasy Digest Fantasy Football League for this upcoming season with a $500 cash prize pool courtesy of Daily Fantasy Digest Podcast. So go ahead and like that tweet to be entered to join the league, so keep that in mind. We'll be doing a bunch of giveaways throughout the entirety of the football season, so stay tuned for that as well. So give us a follow if you wouldn't mind. And then hopefully everybody has some good luck tonight, win some money, and we'll see you tomorrow for another breakdown here on the Daily Fantasy Digest Podcast.